Do you guys remember a really famous children's movie that had a really popular song that went with it? Well, today's Reddit story has to do a little bit regarding that song. It comes from the subreddit Pro Revenge. Here we go. Titled Operation Let It Go. My dad just shared a story about my late Uncle Dale, his lifelong friend and fellow engineer. So, in his memory and in the spirit of an upcoming holiday, I present you with the tale of nepotism, engineering students, and Frozen. Uncle Dale was a senior engineer at a small firm in the Midwestern USA, an engineering instructor at the local community college. He was also unofficially in charge of the office parties. To help offset the cost, he had a small tin box on a table outside his office with a slot in it so anyone can donate money to the party fund. Everyone knew about it and were happy to donate. A month or so before the company's big Christmas party, Uncle Dale decided to check the box. Lo and behold, it was empty. Uncle Dale knew something was wrong because he had seen several colleagues putting money in the box. This could only mean one thing. Someone was stealing from the party fund. At this moment, Brad, the owner's nephew and a fellow engineer, came around the corner. And something about the way Brad was looking at him made Uncle Dale suspicious. Brad didn't have a good reputation around the office, to say the least. He had a reputation of being pushy, obnoxious, rude, and just plain entitled. Unfortunately, he was not only the owner's beloved nephew, but knew how to skirt the rules so he wouldn't get fired. Uncle Dale decided to set a trap to catch the thief. Using his engineering skills, he set up a hidden rig using a hidden doorbell camera right by the box. He then had a colleague loudly brag about how he contributed $100 to the party fund. Then he waited. He got a notification that the camera was recording and watched Brad open the empty box, scowl in disgust, and throw the box against the wall. Now, you think this would end with Uncle Dale presenting the video evidence to his boss to get Brad fired, but oh no. As I mentioned in a previous post, if there's one thing engineers love, it's solving problems. And if it's an engineering students, they'll make it an experience to remember. Uncle Dale then went to his engineering students. He offered them extra credit to come up with a rigged box that would make noise when opened. The more obnoxious the sound, the higher the bonus. 1 week later, they delivered their project and demonstrated how it worked. Pleased with the results, Uncle Dale awarded them the extra credit as promised. The next day, he set up the rigged box and proclaimed, "Well, isn't this nice? Someone donated $50 to the party fund." Then he went to his office and waited. The engineering students had rigged the box with one of those inserts from cards that play music when you open them. By popular vote, they picked Let It Go from the Disney movie Frozen, right around the time the song was beginning to become unpopular. They also managed to ensure that once open, the box couldn't close unless you press a hidden side button releasing the hinge so the song would continue to play. For extra funsies, they made sure to angle the insert for maximum value and secured it down with industry-strength glue. Sure enough, everyone in the office heard the Frozen song belting out and Brad's frustrated grunts while trying to close the box. One of those attracted by the sound was Brad's uncle. Finally, Brad chucked the box at the wall, managing to put a good-sized dent in it. The uncle then summoned Brad to his office. 15 minutes later, Brad left with a cardboard box and cleared out his desk, along with a note in his file, "Do not rehire, do not recommend." So his engineering career was over. That Christmas, Uncle Dale had a little video prepared to show at the party. The doorbell camera had caught Brad's attempt to steal from the box, all to the tune of "Let It Go." Now let's hear from some of the commenters. One commenter says, "Proof that revenge is a dish best served frozen." Another one added, "You Orloff got it out of me." Another one says, "Anna, out of me too. Cold, never bothered me anyways," another commenter said. Another one says, "Best revenge, hands down." Couldn't think of anything else? I really like this Reddit story. I can't believe someone would actually steal from a party fund that's meant for everyone to enjoy. I mean, you're basically stealing. That is illegal. That is a fireable offense. I can't believe this nephew, or aka Brad, had the nerves to do that. What, he didn't think that he would get caught? He didn't think he would get in trouble with that? Come on. Even if you're the nephew of the owner of the company, I'm glad that the uncle treated the nephew just like how he would treat any other employee in that situation. You steal, you fired. Simple as that. And I'm glad that the uncle also made a note to the HR file to say, "Do not rehire, do not recommend." That is the right thing to do. And hopefully Brad learns his lesson that just because you are the owner family doesn't mean you can get away with everything. Let this be a lesson learned, Brad. I would love to hear what you guys think of Uncle Dale's revenge. I personally love that revenge. You killed two birds with one stone. Anyways, if you like these kind of stories, remember to like and subscribe and to comment. I'll see you later.